Hi, James. Welcome to the talk, and thanks
Hi,
for coming.
hi everybody.
Thanks for coming also.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you? How's everything in China? How the things going there?
Very good, and we are much more relaxed now.
Yeah, of course, because the situation has been controlled to a large extent, and things are coming back to normal, I hear.
Yeah, actually, China is. I think most of the activities is turned back to normal. We were being locked down in February and March. At that moment, people are tense and nervous, but now all the restaurants are restart, and people start going out, start doing their shopping. Uh, on the street is full of people, not like 2 months ago. And the government also encouraging the small business like a small shop, restaurant to start again. So basically, we already tackled the situation, except the cinema and the stadium. Still, we try to avoid too many people get into the same space.
And in the restaurants and all, they are working. So I mean, they must be definitely keeping a lot of space and a lot of safety measures out there.
Of course, otherwise I would die. Also, I have to tell you the truth is the bar stopped already, so I can have my beer.
All right, so that's very good. Huh? Yeah, a lot of people in India are missing the beer, and because everything is locked down, so they are unable to get anything.
Yeah. I hope I didn't get any psychological problem.
Actually, that is a big threat because in current times when you lock down, and if you are not managing yourselves properly, then psychological problems are a possibility with a lot of people.
Yes. So how about your side?
From our side, we are in a lockdown for last one month, more than a month, and I think for another 3 weeks probably we'll be in a lockdown. And this is a strict lockdown, so nothing is open, no shops, no offices, no transportation, everything is closed. So we just can get some food items in some of the small shops nearby, and that's all. I mean, and we are still hoping, I mean, the numbers of cases are still going up, and we really hope that it will start coming down, and by next month, end of next month, we can control the situation.
Yeah, but in China, we still need to wear masks every day.
So
That's the most important thing. Yes.
That's mandatory, and you get, like in Germany, I think you get fined if you don't wear it. It's a huge fine out there. So is it same in China? They fine you a lot if you don't wear the mask?
We didn't set the law, but the thing is, everybody put the mask on. It's actually they're doing something to protect themselves.
Of course.
And protect ourselves.
Yeah, of course. That's very important. And what about the retail shops, like apparel shops and brands and all? What are they doing? Are they opening the shops and
The
people going there?
shopping mall start, but comparatively, not much people shopping. Especially, I'm talking about the apparel. Much less people shopping in their actual shop, but the digital shop is growing. The business is growing. From top, which is the biggest electronic shop, the e-shop is enjoying a very good result.
But that is for all category. What about apparel category in that retail?
I'm only talking about apparel.
Oh, so it is growing.
Okay.
But compared to last year, definitely it must be down, still down compared to last year.
For e-sell, I mean the digital sell is going up.
Actually, oh wow! So that's a good thing, That's at least that is something we probably we'll see in Europe and US also coming, once the things start opening. So people will at least start buying from these online retailers, and at least that will give some kind of respite to the industry.
It will be a trend, but I believe that one European American, wherever, actually, when they restart the business, when people turn back to their normal life, they are too hungry. They may go out to the shop to start their shopping.
So, I've been talking to some technology providers and all. They were talking about some, providing, trying to create some safety equipments for the shops so that, the customers feel safe. Do you think something like this is happening in China also, or they are using other measures?
Already, whenever we get into the shop, we need to, number one, we need to check, they need to check our body temperature. And also we need to get a QR code on our phone. So the QR code already record when we go, for example, for me, I came from Hong Kong. It's already got the record when I get into China, in which city I stay in, and wherever I go, I need to show the QR code in order to secure our activities. I always stay in a safe city. So also, the shop is not full of people, so you can feel safe inside.
They can manage.
Yeah.
And regarding sanitization of garments, as I was talking to you before also, still people are working on technologies to sanitize the garments in some way so that the customers feel really safe, when they come to the shop.
Basically, they only spray the sanitizer on top, but not much. The sanitizer may also affect the appearance of the color of the clothing. However, like Foizon ourselves, we developed the antivirus fabric. We made a good range of that,
In denim,
no
for
matter
denim?
on finishing and also from material side. So it cannot say, okay, with this antivirus fabric can get rid of the COVID. But at least when the people get into the shop, they touch the garment one by one, the virus and bacteria will not stay in the clothing. It helps a lot.
It will help in at least repelling some of these droplets and other things which will not stick to the garment if this finishing is used.
Yeah, it slow down the spread of the virus.
And this is mainly for denim, or you're using for piece dyed, or which product?
Mainly for denim. Mainly for denim. For the time being.
All right. And what else Foizon is doing to adjust to the current situation? How they are, totally adjusting, reinventing themselves, and how they're restarting, how much production you have started, and how you're going ahead?
Basically, we can only remain around 50% of the production. The most important thing is the order from Europe and American market are really dramatically slowed down for the time being. I think it's not only us, it's a global problem. We are lucky we can still keep 50% of the production on.
Because you have a big local market also, because that helps a lot.
Local market, yes.
It helps a lot.
During this situation, but local market for us, comparatively, we are only making like maybe not more than 10% of production for local market.
All right. So in terms of your buyers, overseas buyers, still some buyers are taking the products, and everybody's not canceling, and some buyers still taking the shipments.
The worst thing for us is hold on. 我仲要10分鐘，我10分鐘。10分鐘啊？我拍埋門得㗎啦。你拍埋門先啦。OK，好。我有啲諗。OK。做翻嚟咗。唔該。Sorry.
No problem.
People looking for me, always. And
you're a famous man,
Where are we going to?
Yeah, sorry. We were talking about. I think Foizon. We were talking about Foizon. The production, the buyers for the Foizon.
Oh, okay. Basically, the buyers is the thing we really worry about is not cancel the orders, on hold. On hold, we don't know when will they take the order. And also, we are facing a lot of extend payment, even with the LC. But what can we do? We have to help.
Yeah, this is a situation where we actually both the buyers and supplier have to sit together and try to find a solution, because otherwise it's very difficult.
But in order to save the workers, we don't want to let the worker having the no paid leave. And we think about one thing: we start making masks. We're making the surgical mask and applying the N95 license in state now. I think in 2 weeks' time, we can really put in the bulk production. Maybe someone said, "Oh, it's too late for you to start," but we are not really thinking about to make some profit out of it. But we try to help producing the well-equipped and qualified masks and deliver to all the medical people. Also, maybe you can go into some of the customer. If you want to put in your shop, you can sell it. Which is definitely not for making extra profit. But we try, on one hand, we try to let workers working. On the other hand, we try to help the whole world, the global situation. I
That's
think
very
no matter the reopen of the US and European or even Africa or anywhere, wherever, people need masks in the coming future.
I think so, because still there's a huge shortage. I can see even in India, I can see there's a huge shortage. Other countries also. I mean, and this because every government is going to make it mandatory, so it's going to become a big need, in the coming times.
But yeah, the most important we want to make a qualified one.
Yeah, of course, that's very important. And I mean, I've been seeing a lot of denim masks being made on by different brands online. Some even very expensive ones.
Personally, I did, but it's really not comfortable. Believe me.
That's true. I mean, it is something which is not certified, and people are just making it for design purpose, maybe.
I stole the insulation from the factory and put it inside of the denim. It's not comfortable at all. Trust me.
But yeah, maybe in the near future, maybe if we are able to, kind of develop a denim, which can actually be used in face masks, because there is, if this mask is going to be there with us for at least 1 year or 1.5 years when everybody's wearing it, so people would like to look different. Everybody not like to wear those white masks and blue
Yeah,
masks.
it will become a fashion, but for winter. I don't think it will be really good for summer.
Yeah, of course, that is true, and that is where innovation will help. And also, I heard, I mean, I'm not sure whether it's correct or not, that some people are also trying to use very fine fabrics, denim fabrics, also for the gowns, PPE gowns, or something like that. But I don't think that is still possible, because it's denim fabric is not suitable for the health equipment right now.
It is maybe they just use this like a gimmick, but if it's really for medical surgical use, definitely not qualified.
Not qualified, definitely, yeah. And because it's also use and throw, so you can't do that with denim also.
Yeah.
So what are the major changes you've seen in terms of, you're already seeing, because in some ways China is much ahead of us, 2 months ahead of us in terms of this crisis. So you already see the consumers. Of course, one thing is that they have reduced their spending, but also have they?
I lost you.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, come back.
So also have they changed their spending behavior? I mean, are they looking for different kind of products even from what they're buying? Are they looking for different kind of products from what they were looking before in China, because after this crisis?
Yes. For the time being, the people in China, I'm only talking about apparel. They are looking for more comfortable and more basic style come back. It's not that fashionable as before.
Because
I
this
think
is,
it's all because of the COVID and turned their shopping mind.
maybe it is because people don't want to look too fashionable now, when there's so much of crisis going on. They want to look simple, and
Maybe this is one of the reasons. You're right.
Yeah, that is one of the reasons. I mean, that we have been exploring also. I mean, probably even other markets probably will see that people will not like to look too flashy. In fact, I was reading a report from 1918 Spanish flu, and there same thing came out there also, that people after the crisis didn't want to look too fashionable, because it looks odd in such times.
Agreed. 100% agreed. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it's actually.
I buy online. I bought some clothing online, but only in factory myself.
All right. So, I mean, history teaches us, history, if you go back into history, because these things have happened before, and if you go there, we can learn something there. And in terms of character of denim, what do you think can be changes in character of denim in next few months, or let's say 1 year?
First of all, I think antivirus item will be very popular. Not only Foizon, I also heard about the other mills start making it. The second thing, if we're talking about the style, like what you said, a lot of things will turn back to normal. On fabric, denim fabric itself, and before, there's a lot of spongy weave, heavyweight quality come back, like 80s. I think it will still keep going on. And also, this type of fabric is very good for us to apply the antivirus finish on top. So it may be the trend.
It may be the trend.
Yeah.
And when we talk about seasons, because everybody, denim has been a very season-oriented thing. We have been talking about collections and seasons. So now that seems to be, what is your view there? How that will change in coming times?
All that will be changed. And I sorry to say that I'm not sure about the exhibition of this year can still keep going on. Even the situation is under control, but is the buyer allowed to travel, no matter on the security or on their budget? Uh, I think I'm the first one to discourage you to go to Japan. But I'm not sure about September. This is really turn back to normal. But the COVID situation should be okay. But the thing, what about the finance and budget for the customer? That's what I doubt about it.
Yeah, because everybody has lost money, a lot of money.
But we need to get together and show the fabric to the customer again. In apparel business, I don't think we can promote our fabric by only the region through internet or any other channel. Touching the fabric itself is the most important thing.
It's very important, so important. So, I mean, till that time we can do that. I think we have to manage somehow with digital solutions. We have to, there's no other option with us.
I promise I will take you to a very good restaurant in Japan.
Yeah.
For vegetarian.
Okay, that's done. Huh? That's done. Let's wait for next 2 months and see how it goes, because we never know. I mean, if scientists are working so hard, if they come out with some solution, and things start improving fast, we never know.
Yes. Let's cross our fingers on that.
And what other, people are at home, and they are looking for loungewear and homeware. They are looking for softer fabrics. So do you also feel that this kind of the treat in terms of denim, probably we have to go for more softer fabrics and fabrics which can be more usable at homeware?
It's this is a joke maybe. Some of my friends in Europe, they call me, oh, I never washed my jeans before. But once because of COVID, my mom took all my jeans to the laundry and wash it up. So in the future, we make my jeans much softer, but I feel comfortable. So it may be the direction. Softer, nicer quality may be also going to the home jeans, homeware area.
In terms of markets, I think probably for you also the major markets must be US, Europe, and maybe Japan. So, I mean, these are probably the three biggest markets which are really buying the garments, denim garments. So, which of these you see, restarting fastest? Restarting, coming back earliest, and and getting on their feet.
According to the situation now, I think European market will turn back first, and also even the trend, everything. Once the designer we start working, it will come first, and then maybe Japan.
Then Japan and the US, of course, probably might be the last.
Will be the slowest one.
Absolutely, because it's a much higher spread out there.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, for the Chinese textile industry, the entire industry is now coming back on its feet, and they are slowly starting, depending on the region where they are, and they're starting slowly to start the productions.
Basically, we think it all depends on the order situation. For Chinese mill and even garment factory are ready to go back to the full speed, because the people are ready. According to the figures, the people get being affected by the COVID is getting less and less. I think we can really turn back to normal in full speed very soon. All depends on the orders.
Yeah. And one more important thing for the denim industry, sustainability, which is everybody, we have been so strongly promoting, and everybody has been talking about. Do you think that will also undergo some kind of change?
Number one, I think some of the mill which is not strong enough may disappear. That is definitely happen. And the second thing is, for supply chain, I think there will be a dramatic change of the production location. Some of the country may lost their order during this crisis, or maybe lost part of their orders during the crisis. And there would be a lot of change.
But will the retailers and brands still focus on sustainability? Still, they will focus on sustainability like they used to do before, or they will not?
No.
No.
I don't think so. No.
Because why? Why do you think so?
Number one, a lot of countries, they cannot recover as what we expected. By definitely, they will start moving around, sourcing all over. Wherever it is ready, they will come back to that area first, that country first. So the whole supply chain will be changed.
So
at least for next year, next coming 12 months.
Yeah, 6 months to 1 year. So I mean, the first priority of retailers would be to restart their chain in any way they can, and all these buzzwords like sustainability and all, probably they might keep it on a back burner and not think about that so much till the time everything is settled down.
Of course.
Okay.
Once everything settled down, then we'll turn back to normal. But the coming 12 months, I think there will be a lot of change.
And of course, because people have lost money, also the consumers, they might start looking for some cheaper products, even cheaper than throwaway prices, and some huge discounts coming up so that they can buy up.
Yes or no? The thing is, the cheapest one, whoever cannot make profit, maybe they are going to be vanished during this COVID, cannot survive anymore. When they're going back to a bit better factory, maybe the quality is better, price may be also better, then the buyers still need to source it because they have less options than before.
Yeah. So anything else about Foizon you would like to say, what Foizon is doing in the current times, or how your new products you're coming out? Of course, you told me about antivirus. So anything else you'd like to tell me about?
Of course, from Foizon, on behalf of Foizon, wish the COVID can finish as soon as possible. Everybody can turn back to the real good life. And for the time being, we try to produce masks, just coming over to start giving us a small help for the global situation. But wish everybody good health, especially you. I wish to meet you in Tokyo. Okay. Definitely. I think it's the 10 best jean shop over there.
Definitely, that's done. Huh? I owe you a dinner also, so we have to have the dinner out there.
Okay.
And last question: what are the positives you see from the situation, apart from whatever you have mentioned before? Anything else? Any other positives you see coming from the situation?
I couldn't hear you. Sorry.
Any other positive things you see coming out of this situation?
Most what?
The positive. Any other positives you see coming out from this situation?
I don't think you should ask me about this question because I'm always a positive guy. I will only tell you, yes, I'm very positive. I feel sorry. A lot of people lost their life, or maybe they're being in a bad health. But we should be positive always. The COVID is going to change our life, change our habit, but finally we can tackle it. So everybody needs to be positive.
All right. And our denim friends, denim community, you want to say something to the community who is here, who are here? And
everybody, we need to work hard for this situation. Be positive. The business will come back, and our health will come back.
That's great. Wonderful. Thank you, James. It was wonderful speaking to you. And
thank you, Sanjay.
Wish you all the best. And I really hope that we meet again very, very soon.
Okay. Talk to you soon.